Eileen GU, Olympic practice schedule unfair, with big air finals on deck. Livigno, Italy. Normally, China's Eileen GU said, the International Ski Federation, FIS, the governing body that oversees Olympic free skiing and snowboarding, among other disciplines, is an accommodating organization. Except in this case, as GU looks to repeat as the Olympic gold medalist in the women's big air event. Finals are Monday, February 16th, at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and go 5-4-5 in medals at her second Olympics. She is a tad perturbed by the schedule that only she has to confront. Making big air finals prevented GU from practicing during the allotted 3-hour training session allowed for free skiers in the halfpipe on the other side of Livigno Snow Park, which is really unfair and difficult for me to deal with, GU said after qualifying Saturday. GU petitioned to train with snowboarders during their training last week, or to at least have an extra hour at another time. No dice, though. FIS response and reasoning didn't make sense to her. Generally, GU said, FIS is accommodating and takes care of the athletes. GU is the lone athlete, man or woman, to compete in all 3 disciplines. Typically, halfpipe athletes specialize in that event, while those who compete in big air also do slopestyle. This situation, I think, is really unfair, GU said. Because, for me, the Olympics should represent aspiration, and should be all about making dreams come true, doing the impossible. That's the entire narrative of this contest. So I feel, because I'm the only person, the fact that I made big air finals for being the only person, only woman trying to compete in 3 events. GU won gold in the halfpipe as the Beijing Games and said it is her favorite event. She took silver in slopestyle in back-to-back Olympics and has the chance to defend her big air title Monday night. The American-born GU, a Stanford student, said she was proud to make big air finals despite taking a break from the event since the last Olympics. She wanted to at least try and prove something to herself. Sometimes I think that young women, particularly, are scared of failure before they can actually fail, the 22-year-old said. So for me, I wanted to overcome a fear of failure just by trying. I just wanted to step up there and say, hey, I haven't competed in 4 years, I just want to try, as the defending Olympic gold medalist. GU qualified for big air finals by landing her first and third tricks despite not competing in the event in nearly 4 years, since she won it in China during the 2022 Beijing Games, when she became a sensation in China and launched a personal brand that netted her more than $20 million last year, making her one of the biggest earning female athletes in the world. The mountain wakes before the sun does. Under the pale blue hush of early morning, the snow park lies quiet, rails frozen in silver stillness, the big air jump standing like a white cathedral against the dark sky. The air is sharp, thin, and expectant. Somewhere in the Olympic Village, alarms buzz, lights flicker on, and athletes begin their rituals. Eileen GU is already awake. She sits on the edge of her bed, stretching slowly, feeling the subtle tightness in her calves from yesterday's training. Outside her window, the Olympic rings glow faintly against the snow. Today is supposed to be a practice day, one more step toward the big air finals. But the schedule, as she's just learned, tells a different story. Practice has been moved, compressed, rearranged. Unfair, she says quietly, almost to herself. Not as a complaint, but as an observation. The weight of minutes. In Olympic freestyle skiing, time is not measured in hours. It's measured in runs. 3 runs in qualifying, 3 in finals. Each one lasts less than a minute. Each one carries the weight of 4 years, or, in Eileen's case, a lifetime of expectations, training, and identity. Big air is a discipline built on risk. Skiers rocket down a ramp at highway speeds, launch into the sky, and twist through gravity-defying rotations before landing on a slope that feels far too small for the ambition of the trick. It's ballet at 50 miles per hour, and timing is everything. The schedule released by organizers squeezes practice into narrow windows between events, leaving athletes with minimal recovery time. For someone competing in multiple disciplines, slopestyle, halfpipe, and big air, the strain compounds. Muscles don't just need strength, they need rhythm. The mind needs clarity, the body needs sleep. When practice shifts unpredictably, so does preparation. And preparation is sacred. A competitor with 2 flags in her heart, Eileen is used to navigating complexity. Born in California to a Chinese mother, raised between cultures, fluent in more than one language of identity, she carries both ease and scrutiny wherever she goes. On the slopes, she represents China. Off the slopes, she represents a new era, global, hybrid, unapologetically ambitious. Her presence at the Olympics is bigger than medals. She is a symbol of possibility, of modern belonging. Brands follow her. Cameras love her. Commentators analyze her every expression. But on the snow, none of that matters. Gravity does not care about nationality. A landing either holds or it doesn't. And the body, tired or not, must obey physics. The practice run that wasn't. The day before finals, the practice window is shortened again. Athletes gather at the base of the jump, helmets on, skis in hand, exchanging glances that say what words won't. There is tension in the air, not hostility, but calculation. How many runs can I realistically take? Should I save energy? Is it worth pushing for that last trick? Eileen studies the jump. The lip looks firm. The landing is smooth but slightly wind-brushed near the bottom. She visualizes the trick she plans to throw in finals. A double cock with a grab held just long enough to impress judges but not long enough to destabilize her rotation. She has done it before, in training, in competition, on days when the sun felt generous and the schedule felt humane. Today feels different. When her turn comes, she drops in. The world narrows to the sound of skis slicing snow. The ramp rises. She launches. For a heartbeat, she floats. Then the rotation snaps into place. Grab. Spot the landing. Extend. The skis touch down clean. Applause ripples from coaches and fellow athletes. But even as she glides away, she knows something is off. Not with the trick, but with the rhythm. 1 run is not enough to build confidence. 2 are not enough to test variations. Practice is where risk is measured, adjusted, refined. And time is slipping, the quiet frustration of elite athletes. When Eileen calls the schedule unfair, it isn't dramatics. It's logistics. Elite athletes construct their bodies around predictability. Sleep cycles are optimized. Nutrition is timed to the hour. Warm-ups are choreographed like symphonies. Disrupt the schedule, and you disrupt the system.